This is how you set up a basic quiz, and I'm assuming you've already set up your profile to say that you're a teacher at whatever school. I will create a quiz. From here it takes me to this screen. I enter the quiz name. We'll call it Quiz 1. You can add a picture if you prefer. I don't usually. This is obviously English. Hit save. I just X out of that. From here you can create a new question. You will type your question. And it pops up right on the right hand side of the screen so you can see what that looks like. I will say learning. I will say reading. Teaching. And then I will say drinking Dr. Pepper. I know these are your favorite things, so I feel this is what's best for an example for you. The right answer is obviously reading because you own a million books, so I'll click that. The minimum you can set it for is 5 seconds, and you can set it up to 15 minutes per question. That's really up to you. They don't have to use the full time, but that's a lot of time you gave them for each question. If they don't get it after the preset time, then it's automatically wrong. So most of the time I set that for 3 minutes each. It gives the struggling ones a few minutes to do it. Or if you have your 7-question quiz, you can set them each for 60 seconds, and then it's over after 7 minutes. That way it's easier for you. You can set this to multi-select, so they can select multiple answers. That's up to you. Click Save. From here, I will add another question. This can be either whatever you want to set them to. Read 40 books. Read 25 books. So I only want 3 answer choices. It's not going to provide 4 answer choices on the screen whenever you're done. And I will set this to, again, the 3 minutes, just because that's what I prefer. And I'll hit save. Now from here, you are done. It's up to you. You can continue to add more questions. I've seen up to 20 questions. I'm assuming you can do more. From here, you'll hit Finish Quiz. It's university level to university level. It's just you. This is just for fun, and I'll save the details. So from here, I don't know, I'm assuming you can make a homework game. I've not done this before. Oh, you can do this like Nearpod. Set it to be due at a certain time, and they have up until that certain time to do it. So that's neat. I just learned that one. But in order for you to continue, you will need a student. And I want to join a game. As a student, this is what the screen, this is their screen that they will see. From here, you will click Play Live. I have the questions go in order. I don't like the answer choices shuffled, just in case. I have none of the above. You can turn the music off. I prefer it be off. That's just me, because it's not the best music in the world. Click Proceed. From here, you're given the game code. And the game code says the 6-digit number. This is where the students will key in that 6-digit number. So it's 405585. I'll click Proceed. After they hit Proceed, they're going to type in their name. And then go wait for the game to be started. This is where you can turn off the music. Click Start. And this is the student screen again. They will answer the questions. If they get it wrong, I did that one on purpose, I know it's reading, you get a bad meme. This is where students will be ranked. You can see from there. If you get it right, you will get a good meme. All the memes are pre-selected. They're educationally based. So it's clean memes. They're nothing bad. From here, back on this teacher screen, you can hit Reports. This is where you can see the reports. This is the one me and Brittany did. It shows she got 60% accuracy, I got 20% accuracy. This is just to show the difference in what they got right, what they got wrong, and what the percentage was. You can email this to them, the professor, or however you want to do it. You can also print the results. You can click on each person. This will tell you which questions they got right, which questions they got wrong, how long it took them to answer each question. It's really up to you. So, with what you do with these results, what you do with these results, if that makes sense. You can print them, or you can just X out, or if you want to see a total overview on the questions and what they really need to focus on, you can see how many players answered this question right or wrong, how many people, how many people got each question right or wrong. It doesn't say individually for each answer how long it took them to answer each question from this point, but overall it's pretty simple, pretty easy to work with. The overview is this. This is every piece of data you could ever want. This should be about it. You can also create a meme set if you prefer. And go back to my quizzes. It will list all of your quizzes. You can create a collection. You can search for free quizzes. That's up to you. But this is really as basic as it goes. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you out. Feel free to message me through email or pass me a call one day. I guess that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Enjoy.